tayo po ay nagpabalik. All my video tutorials, you will know how to open your mind about computer programming. And you will learn how to build a basic websites. So our topic for today is all about HTML, CSS. So sit back and relax. You can follow after me with my examples. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng HTML, CSS? So HTML, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So CSS save a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web page all at once. Makita nyo dito, may example akong ipapakita. Ang HTML is only yung content lang. May CSS na, meron na siyang color, style, border, width. So lahat ng mga klase na style or pangpaganda inside the content or inside the web page, yun ay tinatawag na CSS. So meron naman akong mga example na videos sa past videos ko tungkol sa CSS. So atin pong tuklasin ano pong ibig sabihin ng HTML style CSS. So what is CSS? Cascading Style Sheets is used to format the layout of a web page. With CSS, you can control the color, font, the size of text, the spacing between elements, how elements are positioned and laid out, what background image or background color are used to be used, what background image or background color are to be used, different display for different devices, and screen size, and much more. So, ang CSS, makakatulong ito dahil ang individual computer they have different screen sizes. So, paano natin gagamitin ang CSS para, for example, in cell phones, in monitor screen. So, di ba malaki yung monitor screen? So, kung i-open natin sa cellphone, so paano natin i-code yun na mag-expand siya pag malaki ang screen, then liliit din ang content, ang web page pag dumating doon sa small na screen. So the word cascading means that the style applied to a parent element will also apply to all children element within the parents. So if you set the color of the body text to blue, all headings, paragraph, and other text element within the body will also get the same color unless you specify something else. So this will be the example. Ang ibig niyang sabihin. Maglagay tayo ng H1. Then color blue. So, may tatlo tayong H1 element. So, may tatlo tayong content. So, ito yung result ng tatlong H1. So, nilagyan natin ng color. So, refresh this one. Silang tatlo ay may color na. So, ito yung ibig sabihin ng cascading. Cascading means the style applied to a parent element will also apply to all children element within the parent. If you set color of the body text blue, all headings, paragraph, and other text element within the body will also get the same color unless you specify something else. Kung gusto mong magkakulay silang lahat, so gamitan mo lang ng H1 unless you specify something. For example, you have a two element, example H1 and P. So kung si H1 lang ang lagyan mo ng kulay, so si P hindi siya malalagyan ng kulay dahil si H1 lang. Lahat ng H1 na makikita mo. Using CSS can be added to HTML document in three ways. So there are three types of CSS. So ano yung unang CSS? inline by using the style attribute inside HTML element. So, ito yung ibig sabihin ng inline. So, style, then back color, color lang. Color, blue. So, ito yung ibig sabihin ng inline CSS. So, ito lang si H1 ang nagkakulay blue. Inline CSS is attribute inside HTML element. So, ito ang ibig sabihin ng inline CSS. Nandito siya sa loob ng element. So, ito yung H1 element. So, nandito siya sa loob ng element. So, the next one is internal CSS. So, palitan natin ito ng P. Okay. So, internal CSS by using style element in the head section. So, kanina, ito yung example in the head section. Using style in the head section. Ito yan. So, for example, lagyan natin ng kulay si P. Color green. So, ito yung kinalabasan niya. So, nagkakulay si paragraph na color green. So, palitan natin ng red. So, ito na yun si H1. P1 rather. So, ito yung inline CSS at ito naman yung internal CSS. And ang ikatatlo nating CSS ay external CSS by using a link element to link to an external CSS file. So, hindi muna tayo pupunta dyan sa ikatlong CSS. Yung internal CSS lang muna ang ating gagamitin. Because the most common ways to add CSS is to keep the style in external CSS file. However, in this tutorial, we will use inline and internal CSS because this is easier to demonstrate and easier for you to try it yourself. So, para dito sa ating topic na HTML, so, ang gagamitin mo lang natin ay yung inline at internal CSS. So, pagdating naman natin sa topic natin para sa CSS, doon natin gagamitin yung external CSS. So, lagi nyo lang tandaan na merong tatlong klaseng CSS. Inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. So, inline CSS is used to apply unique style to a single element. In inline CSS, use the style attribute of an element. So, this will be the attribute. Internal CSS is used to define a style for a single HTML page. An internal CSS is defined in the head section of an HTML page within a style element. So, yung internal CSS natin ay nandito siya sa head section at ginagamitan siya ng style element na with bracket. So, dito, yung inline ay ginagamitan siya ng style inside the element. So, example. So, remove muna natin si inline CSS. So, lagyan natin ng kulay si H1 dito sa internal CSS. So, kita nyo naman dito, mayroon tayong dalawang H1. So, cut natin isa. Transfer natin dito sa taas. Then, save. Then, refresh. So, meron tayong dalawang H1 na kulay blue yung font. Then, meron tayong isang paragraph na may kulay red. So, paano natin lagyan ng font family o font style? So, si H1, lagyan natin ng font family na Arial, example. Okay. Then, lagyan natin ng font size. Na 10 20 pixel. Save. So, let us see this one. So, yung H1 natin is naging Arial font. Then, naging 20 pixel yung height niya. Then, si paragraph naman. So, I will challenge you. Kindly put font family and font size of 50 pixel of the paragraph. And the font family is Arial. Go ahead. Okay. Font family is Arial. And font size is 50 pixel. Save and refresh. Lagyan naman natin ng border si P. Border 2px solid powder blue. Save, then refresh. So, nakita naman natin na si paragraph is may border na siya na kulay powder blue. So, paano naman natin na lagyan ng padding? So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng padding? CSS padding property defines a padding space between the text and the border. So, meron siyang space between the text and the border. So, ito yung border na kulay powder blue and ito yung text. So, paano natin siya lagyan ng space? So, lagyan natin yung space si P. pixel. So, let us refresh this one. So, meron na siyang padding na 30 pixel. Then, lagyan naman natin ng margin. So, CSS margin property defines a margin space outside the border. So, yung padding is inside the border between the text and the border. And yung margin naman is outside the border. So, margin 50 pixel. So, palitan natin ng font size na 20 pixel. So, meron siyang margin sa taas na 50 pixel, then sa right side 50 pixel, sa ilalim 50 pixel, and the left side is 50 pixel. So, chapter summary. Use the HTML style attribute for inline styling. Use the HTML style element to define external CSS. Use the HTML link element to refer to an external CSS file. Use the HTML head element to store style and links elements. Use the CSS color property for text color. Use the CSS font family property for text font. Use the CSS font size property for text sizes. Use the CSS border property for borders. Use the CSS padding property for space inside the border. Use the CSS margin property for space outside the border. You can learn much more about CSS in our CSS tutorial. So you can advance research about the CSS. So you can search in W3 School. So you can find the HTML topic and CSS topic. So this will be the CSS and this will be the HTML. That's all for today, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.